I think a good story that is coming in at this point in time from PhonePe stable, and that is we now have a Made in India app store. It's called Indus and it's been launched by PhonePe.
Right, and typical to being an India-made product, made in India product or a made in India addition to the digital ecosystem in India per se. It's going to be in 12 Indian languages. You're talking about 200,000 or 2 lakh mobile apps and games in 12 Indian languages. It covers about 95% of the population in terms of the languages it covers. So it's quintessentially Indian in the sense that when you're launching something like an app store, India-made app store, you have to keep in mind the different languages in this country. It offers, most importantly, it offers developers a commission-free ability to list on the App Store, to develop apps, to localize apps. So it is a great platform for app developers and game developers in India who always have to keep in mind the 15 to 30% commission they have to be on any other app store. In this case, it's going to be sans that commission, which is a very important step in the right direction for all the millions of app developers and game developers in this country. So it's a great platform. You're talking about a company that's already there in something very crucial, which is the payments business, and even as that business continues to grow, they've sort of, in the sense that's the CEO's message of the PhonePe CEO, Mr. Nigam's message is that this is our commitment to building India's digital ecosystem and building it in a way that's meant for Indians across the board, Indians consumers as well as Indian app developers as well. Shweta.
Absolutely, and let's also put this in context. This also comes on the back of the fact that Google has been facing serious charges on its app store policies, which many believe, and many countries including India believe, are anti-competitive. Yep. They do not allow local players, Android players, to flourish by one way or the other. Now, this perhaps could be an alternative to everything that Google Play Store has been offering or not offering to local app developers.
So basically, that's what I'm talking about. The 15 to 30% commission on all in-app purchases for online services is a hard pill to swallow. That's the problem for as far as the app developers looking to put their apps on the Google Play Store is concerned. Or for that matter, there is that commission, there is that issue when it comes to making sure your app is listed on any store that is made of outside of India. And they're trying to cut that out and say the fact that, okay, this is a level playing field. This sort of, in a sense, levels the playing field. It's an India-made. So if you have an app that is in a particular language, it's not an English language app. You can make that app completely in Hindi. You can make that app completely in Gujarati. You can make that app completely in Tamil. You can make that app completely in Telugu.
So that a localization factor, which absolutely, perhaps, even if it was available on Google Pay, not to an extent that people would like to enjoy in India.
900 million Indians are on the internet now, Shweta, and that number is only set to grow further. And like the way internet grows in India is very clear that it's not through personal computers and laptops. Internet access is going through the mobile.
Smartphones.
So and smartphones. So smartphone penetration is going to there's going to be, if you have 1.4 crore Indians, very soon we're going to have every single one of them having at least one mobile phone, if not more. So that being the case, if internet access and ability to use the internet is going to be fundamentally done through the mobile phone, it is very, very important that India has its own mobile app store that develops apps meant for Indians who speak different languages, and Indians who want to develop apps and have a sustainable business of developing app without all this commission business.
And what do we know about financials as far as this Made in India Indus App Store is concerned? PhonePe has intentions of raising money going forward in order to support and continue building this app store. It's not going to be easy, of course. And also, let's remember, PhonePe is in fact one of the biggest fintech players in the country at the moment. So this looks like a good synergy and a good outgrowth from its current existing business to perhaps expand territory.
Right, definitely. That's what when you're already involved in something that's very important as far as building digital India is concerned, then that is digital transactions and digital payments. And with all that's happening with Paytm, one of the biggest gainers has been companies like PhonePe, who are gaining consumers with what Paytm is losing. So PhonePe is going to be in this business one of the largest.
It's already one of the largest with market share at the moment.
So there's no doubt as far as this fundamental business is concerned. and this development of an app store is in a sense a gambit where there might not be money coming in immediately. So in a sense initially it's going to be all about them pumping in money to develop this particular platform, this particular store, the Indus App Store, but it has payouts in the long term. So it builds something where people can come in. Then you'll have developers from across the world wanting to develop apps for Indians in Indian languages, and then then Indus becomes a factor to deal with, because if more and more Indians start using, because they're already talking about tying up with smartphone makers, so that like irrespective of which smartphone make that you have, you will have the Indus App Store. When all of that starts happening and millions and millions and billions of Indians start using the Indus App Store, then the paradigm changes, Shweta.
Absolutely. But for now, I think it's a good news for all those who are hoping to list their app on Google Play Store but are not sure of whether you can afford that commission. There is now an indigenous made in India app store called Indus from PhonePe stable.